Hey guys, it's Ep56 here and welcome back to episode 56 of My Leeds United Career Mode. Now in today's episode we've got 3 games to get through. The first 2 we'll be playing, and then the next match after that we will be simming. So the final game of the episode will be simmed, but the first 2 games against Liverpool and Nottingham Forest we will be playing in the league. And yeah, we've got a big match to come up and play here. We're currently 12th in the league. We're slowly starting to find our feet a little bit after a really disappointing start. We've got 5 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses. A win here, potentially we could go up to 5th. Obviously it depends on the other results in front of us, but we are only 3 points off 5th place, so we're not in a bad position really considering how we started off. But before we get into things, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'd be absolutely fantastic. It's one click of a button, and I would really appreciate you doing that if you haven't already. And this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Liverpool. We got Bailey Pickett, Farrell, Stasi in goal, Patterson at right back, Denier and Arvidsson as my 2 centre backs, Taylor as my left back, Delvin Bradford in midfield, Gray on the left, Barrow on the right with Vieira in behind Berahino. And that leaves us with a fairly strong looking bench. Chris Wood gets on there. We don't often see him on there, but he managed to do very, very well in the last episode. If you didn't see it, then obviously feel free to watch it, and you can see the rest of the players there. And yeah, let's crack on with the game. Hopefully get ourselves a positive result. We need the 3 points, so if we can string a few wins together in this episode, then I think we could be in a really, really good position by the end of the episode. Let's wait and find out though what happens. It's also going to be a tough game. It's Liverpool, and yeah, we'll wait and find out what happens. Okay, here we go. Liverpool, I imagine, will have a very strong team. I've already seen Ericsson. I think number 10, that might be Sturridge, but I'm not really too sure. It's difficult to tell, but Ericsson's certainly obviously a very good player, and I imagine they'll have some other decent players in there as well. Maybe a couple of rotated players, because let's not forget we are technically sort of a lower side, really. I mean, we're probably programmed to be one of the lower teams here, so the computer might well have put out some of the lesser known players maybe. Who knows? We'll wait and find out exactly. It seems like Maguire might be one of those sort of players that you wouldn't usually expect to be in the team. We've got Barrow coming inside here. It's on to Gray. Oh, it's 1-0. What a start that is. We've managed to keep possession brilliantly. Played it across and they couldn't handle it. Gray smashes it home. 5 minutes in. It's a very quick start. It's a brilliant start as well. And we are winning this match 1-0. Barrow here just coming inside. Plays the pass. And a quick one from Vieira, and smashes it past the goalkeeper. Good start to the game. Gray looking to hit them on the break here. It's a good bit of running here from Gray. On to Berahino, gets crowded out. It's always going to be difficult to weave in and out of that one. Didn't quite have enough support, but it's still a very positive start. Gray's giving us many options on that left-hand side, really just running with the ball brilliantly, and that's exactly what we need. Someone to really try and get in behind their defence, something we've been lacking in previous episodes, but so far so good. Good chance for Liverpool here. Don't have many back, and it's a nice easy tap in. Is it Ericsson? I think it might well be. I've made it too easy for them there. That's disappointing. In fact, it's not. It's Lucas Lever, someone you do not expect to be in that position. With a tap in, just gets a toe to it. I could kind of tell when they broke through. We didn't have enough numbers in the box. Don't know where everyone's gone here. Jason denies out position. So is Taylor. It's awful defending, and it's the first shot, and it's found the back of the net. It's 1-1. It might well be quite a lively game, this one. We'll wait and see whether we continue to see plenty of goals. Come on, Gray. You've got Alexander Arnold for pace here. It's a decent challenge. No, the referee disagrees with that. We'll take the free kick, and we'll go for one of those fancy set-piece things. I do like to do these. Well, if they go right, then... Oh, no, I think I've done that one a little bit wrong, actually. But sometimes, if they go well, they can go very, very well. So other times, like you've just seen there, not so well. But yeah, that's let's move on. Berahino looking to Vieira, that's good. Vieira's going to shoot. Oh, it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Maybe took that shot a little bit prematurely. Could have probably gone a little bit further towards the goal. But it had to be a good save. It was a decent strike from Vieira, but not quite finding the back of the net. Good chance. Oh, into a fantastic position there. Oh, right into the corridor of uncertainty. Brilliant delivery from Liverpool, but it doesn't quite find anybody, luckily for us. But yeah, 5 minutes before half-time. A little bit of a scare there towards the end of this first half. Decent chance for them to go into the lead. Would have probably been unjustified. I think we've probably had the better chances. We've not had loads of clear-cut chances, but we've certainly had the better ones when they've arrived. Just sadly not being able to turn them into goals just yet. That's going to be a corner for us. Can we pick out anybody here? Maybe go for a front post under Mari Gray. Goes for Jason Denier, and it's 2-1. We needed that. We don't often score from corners, but Jason Denayer has nodded home 1 minute before half-time, and we've put ourselves back in the lead. Decent header from him, actually. Brilliant connection. Wasn't really challenged too much. They were trying to mark him, but they couldn't prevent the header. And we are back into the lead just before half-time. So, yeah, 2-1 up now. Half-time, still winning the game 2-1. We will keep things exactly the same going into the second half. It's been a good first half. They've only really had 1 or 2 chances, and obviously Liverpool took one of them. But I think on the whole this is a fair scoreline. It's not often we see that, but I think this is probably representative of the current performances from both sides. So hopefully we can remain in the lead with obviously keeping possession much better and creating some more chances in the second half. We need a third goal really, just to kind of give us a decent lead in front of Liverpool. Bridcut, brilliant pass, brilliant touch from Barrow. That's what we needed. Good delivery, but I think he's offside. Disappointing. We still have it though. It's not been given. Vieira to shoot, and that's 3-1. Fantastic stuff. I'm glad that the referee played advantage because it was offside. I don't think Berahino did touch it in the end, but it's fallen back in for us nicely. And in the second phase of play, we've managed to make it 3-1. So really good there. Bridcut keeping it alive. Back inside. I don't think you can really miss from that sort of position. 3-1 and a nice comfortable lead at the moment. Need to continue to add to it though, because we obviously can't settle really on this. Liverpool could quite easily get a goal back. Barrow looking to ping it out to Gray. It's a brilliant pass, absolutely fantastic. Every time it seems to be a decent pass to those two. And it's going to be a good shot from Delph. Just goes across the face of the goal. Didn't quite manage to get it on target, but it's a decent strike. It's a tight angle. He's not done too badly there, but couldn't quite challenge the goalkeeper. Good bit of play, though. Every time we get it out to Barrow and Gray, it seems to be a decent pass, an accurate pass to them, and that's really sort of hurting Liverpool at the moment. Bridcut wins it back brilliantly. Now looking for Vieira onto Gray. Now Bridcut again. This is fantastic. Bridcut needs to turn this into another chance for us. Vieira. Gray's going to shoot. Oh, it's flown in. Cannot believe that one's gone in. I thought it was going to get blocked or it was going to go miles over the bar. It hasn't. It's 4-1. We've wrapped up this game now well and truly with about, 25 minutes to go roughly. So, yeah, very happy with that. A fantastic scoreline at the moment. We've found some way of scoring goals. Brilliant stuff. Couldn't keep the clean sheet, but I think that's inevitable against a good team like Liverpool. But just managed to keep this attack alive yet again. Doesn't get blocked as well this time. Keeps it down. And it's 4-1. The complete performance from us here. We might look to the bench, I think, now, just to make a couple of changes. Okay, all 3 changes. Chris Wood, Cook and Moreno are all going to come on. That means we'll take off Vieira. We've also got Berahino and Gray coming off as well. So we're not really needing to make these changes. There's 20 minutes to go, but I'm just taking them off just so they don't get injured or anything like that. Because the next game's in a week, basically in a week's time. So there's no real pressure to take players off or to rotate them for that match. But we're just going to do it just to make sure. Don't pick up any yellow cards or red cards or injuries, that sort of thing. So it's just as a bit of a precaution, really, not to rest them for the next fixture. All 3 changes have now been made. It's a good option just to kind of see what other players I have in the squad here. Moreno's not played in a little bit. Probably not got the right amount of game time, to be honest, recently. And Chris Wood, I think, deserves another bit of game time as well after his good performance off the bench in the last episode. Cook looking to get that delivery in. Chris Wood. Oh, it was made perfectly for him. Still falls, and it's a fantastic strike from Moreno, but a good save. I think it was Moreno anyway, but a great chance for Chris Wood so early on from coming on. Delph to put in that ball. So, it's not a bad delivery, but the goalkeeper gets there. Cook onto Chris Wood. Now onto Barrow. That's good. Barrow's going to look for Delph. That's brilliant. Delph. Oh, manages to get there, but it's saved. That's really good football. Fantastic football. And we have got ourselves a corner. We're going to play it short this time. Barrow's going to deliver it. It's a fantastic delivery. Delph gets on the end of it. It's 5-1. We've managed to finish off this game with a 5th goal. Unbelievable stuff. Delph getting on the end of it. You could just see the little run that he made as soon as Barrow put the ball in. We weren't getting these sort of things happening in recent times, or at the start of the season anyway. But now it just seems to have clicked into place in this game. Very, very strange how it's suddenly done that. I'm not necessarily saying that's going to continue because it does kind of chop and change very quickly. But the run that Delph makes is incredible. Beats the goalkeeper to it. 5-1. Fantastic performance. A complete performance from everyone, really. The substitutes have come on and done a brilliant job as well. And, yeah, I can't really ask for much more. In fact, well, I could have asked for a clean sheet, but I'm happy with a 5-1 at the moment. A chance for Liverpool here late on. It's been a little while since they've had a chance, but they've nearly created a goal from it. Good save from the goalkeeper. Prevented that one from going to their attacker. And the game has finished 5-1. Very, very good performance. Considering we're on Legendary, the sliders are in the opposition's favour as well. That's a fantastic performance. Really, really good result. And I can't see that happening for much longer, but, you know, we're happy with that. We'll enjoy it whilst it lasts, and it's a 5-1 victory for us. Could well boost us nicely up the table. Wait and see exactly what happens. I'm not expecting to go up to 5th, obviously, with the other games being played. But yeah, on to the Nottingham Forest match now in a week's time. Then we've got a game 2 days after that against, I think it's Sunderland, which we'll be simming. But at the moment, we've got the board saying great work. We've accomplished the brand exposure goal, that's good. And we've also got a lot of contracts accepted. Snodgrass rejects his wage demands were not met, and I'm not going to meet them, to be honest. They were too high for a player that I don't value enough, so I didn't offer him a new contract. But Bailey Pickett-Fowler's come back and said, my decision, I've been thinking long and hard about this for some time. I've decided I need to leave. Please put me on the transfer list. Not the news we wanted to hear there, just after a very positive result. We've gone up to 6th position. A couple of other teams still yet to play, but we'll wait and see what happens after this weekend. But yeah, Bailey Pickett-Fowler wants to leave, and so does Barrow as well. I got an email from his agent quickly just before I started the video, basically saying he was not happy being in the club, doesn't plan to accept the contract renewal that I offered him, and would like to leave at the end of his contract, which I think is another year and 6 months left on it. So more disappointing news there from some of the other players in the team. So a little bit gutted about that, especially, you know, since we are starting to play some good football now. The goalkeeper, our best goalkeeper by far, wants to leave. He's obviously a very young, talented goalkeeper. That's a shame. We've trained him up loads as well. And we've also got Barrow, a player, which was one of our first sort of big signings that we made. He's obviously joined Leeds in real life now as well, which was a bit strange at the time. And yeah, it'd be a bit gutting if he has to leave as well. But we'll certainly find some good replacements for them. Don't worry about that. More contracts being accepted. Youth player wants out. That's Rob Wilson. We'll take a look at him now. And this is Barrow confirming he would like to leave the club. That's very frustrating. Very frustrating, but no doubt he'll probably go to a Premier League side, even though he's probably not happy with being in the Premier League, or at least that's what he'll tell us. Okay, so we're taking a look at Rob Wilson now. We've got a lot of players very similar to him already in the squad. His potential's fairly decent, but I don't know whether I should promote him or not. I'm going to promote Barry McCall, though. No, I'm not, because I have to actually get rid of someone from the senior team. I think we'll just leave it for now, or no, I'll release him, get rid of him. Have no plans to promote him, wasn't quite good enough to be able to do that. Okay, some more news from the Leeds United board. Following a board meeting this morning, we have decided in a bid to act quickly to protect the harmony of the squad to accept an offer from Barrow. Well, we're not in the transfer window, so don't know how you've managed that. We're not quite in the transfer window anyway. That might be next episode. We fully understand that you will be frustrated at this decision as no manager or club wants to lose his best player. However, it has become obvious, blah, 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 and we now feel no option but to move ahead with the sale. Okay, this is interesting. Usually when this happens, he goes for half of what he's worth, which is obviously not what I want to happen. So if I can get rid of him quicker than they can, then that would be brilliant. We need to try and get some sort of transfer offer in for him. We're going to have to transfer list him. So it's as simple as that. We're going to have to find someone that is as good, if not better, than he is. His stats-wise isn't incredible, but obviously, you know, he's decent, dribbling, that sort of thing. He scored some very, very important goals for us, and he's really, really good at cutting inside. So yeah, it will be disappointing to see him go, but we've got to move on. We've got to find a replacement for him. We will do in this transfer window as well. And let's move on to the Nottingham Forest game now. Okay, this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Nottingham Forest. The team is exactly the same, other than the fact that Barrow has left the side. We've got McNeil going in on the right-hand side. We're going to have to just see, to begin with, what we've got in this squad that's going to be good enough to replace him. If we don't have that, then obviously we will look to bring in a new signing. But he hasn't quite gone yet. Barrow, he is still in the squad. He's just obviously not chosen. And we've got the bench of Snodgrass and Aarons for wingers. So Snodgrass could be an option to replace him. He's obviously not fast, which is kind of what I was after, to be honest, in that position. Someone a bit faster, obviously like Barrow was. But yeah, we'll wait and see what this squad has to provide. I don't think Snodgrass is ideal for that many games, especially if you're playing some of the better sides. I don't think really with his lack of pace he's going to cause them too many issues. But we'll wait and find out what happens with McNeil on the right hand side. Let's crack on with the game against Nottingham Forest. Again, goes without saying really, we need another 3 points. Okay, here we go. Tough away match this one potentially for us. Not too sure where they are in the league table. It's obviously probably going to be less tough than Liverpool. We obviously beat them 5-1, but you never know, they could really defend and sit back, play on the counter-attack, or maybe even play for a draw. So this could be a frustrating match. We'll wait and see exactly what happens. We need to try and get into the rhythm of play like we did in that last game, and hopefully get a similar sort of result. We need a convincing performance yet again, and some more goals like we saw in the last match. Delph looking for that pass. It's a brilliant one onto Gray. He's going to look to play that one into McNeil. Oh, nearly got brought down there. It was very lucky. Kept on his feet. Falls to Berahino. Oh, I thought it was 1-0. That was so close on his left foot. Looked close from this angle anyway. It might not have been quite that near. But yeah, good chance for us. Decent starts. I think they're going to cause us a few frustrations though, Nottingham Forest. It might be that, yeah, it might take a little bit of time to break them down enough to get a goal. Vieira onto Gray. This is good. Onto Vieira. He's going to look to shoot. Oh, I thought it was going to get blocked, but it doesn't. The goalkeeper saves it fairly comfortably. Oh, it's a fantastic pass. They've cut us open there. Jason Denayer needs to stop him from getting past him. Too strong for Jason Denayer in the end, and that is not a good clearance. Okay, ignore the back pass. Gray onto Charlie Taylor. Don't know why he's so far forward, but it's okay because he's going to get it back here. Maybe look for a cross if there's any options there. Or play it inside to Gray. He'll shoot on his left foot. It's another decent strike on his weaker side. That's not too bad. But again, just not quite getting it close enough to the goal to cause them that many issues. Need to string some more passes together, I think. Gray looking to get beyond the full-back. Now we're going to look for a cross. Might be a good option for us to do that. In fact, it wasn't that far off Berahino in the end, or Vieira. And maybe another option for us to look at in the second half to try and get a few more crosses in. Obviously, don't have loads of height in there, but could be an alternative option if we're struggling to get through the middle of them. Good chance again. That striker's causing a few issues when he gets the deliveries. Half time, 0-0. I said it might be frustrating this match. It has been a little bit. We haven't managed to obviously get a goal. Neither have they though. I think it could be one that might require a wonder goal, or at least a last minute goal anyway. Might look to switch some things up at the moment. McNeil's not getting involved massively. He was okay at the start, drifting in a little bit, maybe a bit too much in fact. But really doesn't have much of a presence on that right hand side. Maybe being a bit harsh on him, but I think we might look to switch it up. Maybe go with Snodgrass, give him a go, because obviously he's a similar sort of player to Barrow, who really kind of fit into this team perfectly, I think. So we'll give Snodgrass a go, give him a chance, and hopefully has a better second half than we had with McNeil in that first half. Okay, final two changes. Aarons and Chris Wood to come on. We are going to take off Berahino and Delph. Kind of having to mix it up a little bit. We're going to have to go for more crosses. We're going to put Snodgrass in the middle. Gray will go on the right-hand side. And see what that will do. Vieira's going to drop back into midfield, and 30 minutes left to try and find ourselves a winner. We're dominating them really, but it's just a little bit frustrating not managing to find that final effort on goal to get the goal that we need. Snodgrass looking for Chris Wood. Go on, Chris Wood. Oh, good save for the goalkeeper. What a strike that was. So close. Again, another brilliant save. Prevents the goal. And it looks like it might finish 0-0 at this rate. We've got about 10 minutes to go, I think. Try and find ourselves a winner still, but not creating that many chances. A little bit disappointing since the subs were made. Lacking a bit of pace up front. 2 minutes have been added on here. We desperately need a goal. Chris Wood, so close to winning it back. But that is it. We have drawn the game 0-0. Disappointing not to get ourselves a goal in this match. I think on the balance of things, we certainly deserved it. Probably only narrowly, but certainly a 1-0 win would have probably been much more fair than a 0-0 in that situation. But it's a clean sheet, it's not a loss. Those are the very few positives which you can take from that. It's an extra point at the end of the day, but 3 points there would have been so helpful for us to try and string a few wins together. We're still undefeated in the last, couple of games now? Not really too sure how we got on actually. In fact, yeah, the last few games now, I think, because in the last episode we had some decent results as well. So we're not doing too badly. As you can see, 0-0, 5-1, 1-0 against Middlesbrough, beat Leverkusen, beat Swansea, beat Norwich. So actually quite a few wins in a row, in particular in the league as well, or at least undefeated in the league since Arsenal at the start of November. So pretty decent stuff. Very happy that we've managed to turn our form around in the league. We will quickly now move on to simming the game against Sunderland. I'll change around the team and we'll crack on with it straight away. It'll be quite a heavily rotated side, so I'm a little bit reluctant to do that. We will have to obviously change around the team with it being in 2 days' time. Okay, so this is the side I've gone with. It's the final game of December, so it's the final one before we get into the transfer window in the next episode. So leave your suggestions for players I should try and sign, and also the players that you'd like to see me sell and move on as well. Yeah, let's get on with the game against Sunderland. Quite a lot of changes, like I said I would do. We're 1-0 up actually, 15 minutes in here with Delph. We are going to skip it. Skipped it quite early, and it resulted in a 2-2 draw. Anderson getting 2 yellow cards and being sent off as well. Wanted the 3 points there. Really did want the 3 points. Probably needed the 3 points, really, after the draw in the last match. couldn't quite get there. Just seems to be one step forward and 2 steps back at the moment. But yeah, I think overall we're going forward, I suppose. So maybe 2 steps forward, 1 step back would be more of a reasonable thing. But yeah, 7th isn't bad actually, considering where we were at the start of this episode. We were sort of 12th, I think, at the start of the episode. 7th isn't that bad. 2 points off Sunderland and Palace, who are in 6th and 5th position. So certainly in a better position than what we were at the start. But yeah, very, very happy with how we've got on. Managed to be undefeated in quite a few games now. And Athletic Bilbao have offered me a place at the club as manager. Okay, that's come very much out of the blue. Squad depth concerns as well. It's come to our attention that there's a problem with the defensive position. Okay, maybe. And with it being the 1st of January, we can obviously get in offers now. So I'll wait and see what your thoughts are on what players I should try and sell and also sign as well. Transfer window is now open, so we can get rid of Baby Farrell if we wanted to. I don't want to get rid of him for 7 million. Have you seen how good he is for his age? I think we'd have to have nearer to 15 million. He wants to leave, so it might be that we have to get rid of him. 15 million would help me get in a much better player. Diallo saying thanks, boss. Stockdale wants to leave as well. We're going to have to get in a couple of goalkeepers, I think, in this transfer window. There's going to be a lot of deals to be done in the next episode. And also want to know your thoughts on the Athletic Bilbao job as well. That'd be very interesting. I'm obviously not going to accept or reject just yet, but I'll wait and see what you guys think about that one. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. It'd be absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate the support on these videos. And I will see you guys next time for another episode. Thanks for watching and goodbye.